Okay, Rinasai Minasan, today we're gonna talk about the 20th anniversary movie for Kamen Rider Faiz, Paradise Regain. It is a really good experience that I finally watched the movie. I think I am late to the party already, so I'm not gonna really talk a lot about how the movie does and like what do I think of the Easter egg and all those stuff, but I just want to talk about what this movie really meant to me. I felt like as a long time Kamen Rider fan, I've been watching Kamen Rider like since I was like a little kid, and right now seeing Faiz making a 20th anniversary movie and with the ending that they actually show us, I really felt like they are, I don't know, man. Like, are they trying to tease us that hey, more is coming, like more Faiz is coming? Because how they ended the movie itself is like, hey, they're telling us that now Kusaka is the president of Smart Brand and Takumi is no longer dying. So it's like, what is going on? Okay, like I'm not sure what they are actually teasing towards, but it is really finally get fun to see that in an anniversary movie no one dies. Okay, like no one dies. The main rider does not die in the anniversary movie. That is really fantastic. One thing that I felt really sad for the Kamen Rider O's movie, the 10-year anniversary movie, is that we finally get Ankh back, but AG died. I was like, dude, why? But right now we got Takumi back in action, fully alive again. His hand is no longer sending, so that is really good. And they even tell us that hey, he's gonna live a long life. So maybe they're like I said, they are teasing a possibility of a continuation to the story itself, or maybe we are actually gonna see Faiz like from Paradise Regain joining the Outsiders itself, because one thing we know for sure is that the Smart Brand is involved with the Outsiders project. So maybe we are actually gonna see Kusaka in the Outsiders itself, because if you really think about it, Kusaka is kind of like considered kind of like an Outsiders as well. He's not like fully good guy. He's kind of like a little bit twisted in his sense of justice, and he is like, his sense of justice is only towards Mari. Okay, anything to Mari, like he's just gonna be there for her and all those stuff. And yeah, I think it's really interesting thing that they might actually want to explore, or maybe they are already planning to explore something like that. Okay, so let me talk about the movie in general, okay, because I felt like this movie is really clever in a way to kind of like setting up how they ended the story. Because one thing we saw is how the story is evolving of kind of like Android AI and all those stuff. So I get to see Muse has the predictive AI function in the driver itself, and she's able to just predict the movement of the enemy. But at the end of the movie, we actually saw how the OG Faiz, like they couldn't detect and kind of like they couldn't figure out how the OG Faiz move and all those stuff. And I felt like part of the reason is because they over rely on the AI stuff. And another thing is that both of the user of the new gen Kaiser and Muse are actually Android itself, so they are not technically human. Okay, so they couldn't actually, maybe their mind is not able to process in a way that hey, this is like human capability and machine is like they are not in a line, something like that. And I felt like the reason why Faiz, even like Takumi, is able to defeat them so easily, maybe like for some people they just couldn't like get it wrap in their mind, is like Takumi is very familiar with the OG Faiz system. He has been using that belt for a long time. And he knows the in and outs of the belt. He knows how to maximize it, how to maybe like overcome certain weaknesses of the suit itself. But the predictive AI judges the suit on itself, and maybe yeah, he judges the movement and all the stuff, but he maybe they did not expect like hey, yeah, Takumi can move in that manner and all those stuff. So yeah, I think it is still really good to see they ended off the movie with the OG 5 suit and just doing the rider kick for us to see. I think I kind of like miss it a lot, not gonna lie. But one thing I felt kind of sad is that the finisher move doesn't felt as impactful as I remember it to be, because I felt like when I watched the series, the Faiz kick is one of the most memorable rider kick in my childhood, because like it is so cool, man. Like he's able to launch a spinning corn to lock the enemy, and then he's just gonna do a rider kick and then teleport behind the enemy. That is so cool. But I just felt like that feeling is missing from the movie itself. They managed to beautify the effect. I'm not gonna lie, the modern day take on the Faiz effect, special effect, is really on point, but I've just felt like they miss something. I'm not sure what is it. Maybe it's the way they film the action, the cinematography is not there. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Or maybe we are just used to kind of the impact frame. Like there's like in a lot of like Kamen Rider finisher right now, there's a lot of impact frame. Like there's like the black and white, and then pshing, boom, something like that, and then we get to see the rider is already on the floor or something like that. So maybe it causes us to felt like, hey, the OG stuff felt a little bit mundane or something like that. Maybe it's because how like our brain is like being, we are so used to the newer rider kicks that we when we look back at the older rider kick, we feel like, hey, it's not that good, something like that. Okay, maybe, okay, just a thought. Maybe you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as well. Another thing that I really am taken surprise of in this movie is the relationship between Mari and also Inui itself, because I felt like when I maybe it's just me, okay? Maybe when I watched Faiz, I was just a kid, so I don't really notice all those things. But for me, the relationship between Inui and Mari never seems like they are a relationship of love. Like it's like they were never shown that they're so close, okay? Like maybe, yeah, they have a little bit of teaser, like they care for one another and all the stuff, but it never occurred to me that they are so close that they, you know, like they're having sex with one another, something like that. Because when I saw this movie, I was pretty excited, and I'm like waiting for Inui to go into his wolf Orphnoch form, and I really did not expect them to use it in a sex scene, okay? So like I think that is really just surprising to me. Like, what? They choose the sex scene to reveal the wolf Orphnoch form of Inui Takumi, and I think in on itself is a beauty, because they are being vulnerable, they are being themselves the most, you know, like they are no longer wearing the human skin, and they are being naked in front of one another in terms of being an Orphnoch itself, because when they become an Orphnoch, they need to hide among the humans. They cannot show who they truly are. So when they actually, you know, like when they have sex as the Orphnoch itself, it kind of like show that they are being totally naked with one another, and when you become naked in front of one another, you're like you're letting the other person know that this is me, and this is all of me, and I see all of you, something like that. So I think that's really good. But I just, you know, like when I watched the like I said, when I watched the OG series, I was like, hey, are they never occurred to me like they are a kind of like a couple thing, you know, like because they are close, but they don't seem like they are dating, you know, kind of thing. And in the movie itself, they don't kind of like deny the fact that, hey, Inui and Mari used to date, and before, you know, like he went away, he went missing to buy the milk and something like that. And speaking of Inui leaving the house to get the mayonnaise, I'm really glad that the series doesn't actually choose for Inui to go and buy milk, okay? Because if they actually choose to ask Inui to go and buy milk, that is gonna be so amazing. Everyone is gonna lose their mind, because everyone has been saying like, hey, you know, like when the girl get pregnant, the father is gonna go buy milk and they never return, something like that. So thankfully he went and buy mayo, not milk. So I think it's still pretty fun and really funny that they actually chose to do that, okay? But I'm also really enjoying the new Orphnoch. I think the 3 new kids Orphnoch is a really good addition to the story. Like we get to see the new Delta user, he get beaten by Muse easily. It really shows that like there is not enough competent people to use the Delta belt, something like that. So yeah, it's like we don't even see what happened to the Delta belt, okay? Like it just went missing after the movie itself. Maybe that is how Smart Brain get their hands on the Delta belt, which we actually saw in Kamen Rider Outsiders itself. So we are not sure how canon is the story and how canon actually is Outsiders as well. So we just have to wait and see how they're gonna mix everything together. And speaking of belt going missing, right? One thing that I felt really like, one thing I wouldn't say annoyed, but I just felt like they could have done better. The first thing is like, why does Kusaka felt the need to destroy the old Kaiser belt if he wants to use the new Kaiser belt? Maybe he just want to like show off that, hey, the old me is gone, the old Kusaka is gone, and right now I'm the new Kusaka. Maybe that is the reason why we actually get to see like why Kusaka actually destroyed the old Kaiser belt. But because they show that scene, I think it is very crucial for us to actually get to see the new Faiz driver getting destroyed as well. Or maybe like even like if the new Faiz driver or the new Faiz belt is not destroyed, at least show Inui having a little bit of like kind of like conflicting moment, like, hey, which belt should I use after I got defeated by Muse, okay? Like I felt like the belt just goes missing after got defeated by Muse. It felt a little bit like, what? I know they want to show the OG form, but they could have easily just showed the new Faiz belt being broken or being cracked or something like that. But they just choose to ignore that and just like, it goes missing, okay? After I got defeated, the belt goes missing. So like, there's no proper explanation to where the belt actually is. Maybe these are just minor details that I felt like why they could have done better, something like that. And they I almost give this movie like a very bad rating until finally at the end of the day we finally get to see Auto Margin. We get to see the Robobite back in action once again. At least, I mean, it is only for a little bit, but at least it's there, okay? At least we get to see a little bit of it. So I think that is really good, and I love it, man. Like, I love the movie, even though there's, like I said, there's a lot of weird thing going on in the movie itself, and it's like, is a great reminder of how creepy Kusaka actually is. Like, he is a sim, man. Like, he is a sim before sim became famous. He is a sim for Mari, and it is so scary. Like, this dude is damn creepy AF, man. Like, when I watched it when I was younger, I was like, Kusaka, a pretty alright guy. You know, he's a strong dude. Like, he had no bullshit type of guy. Like, he's loyal to Mari. But now that I'm older, looking at how Kusaka act, I was like, damn, no wonder Mari doesn't like you. Something like that. So really fantastic thing. But sadly, Rena died at the end of the movie as kind of like a mincemeat, something like that. So yeah, it's okay. I think the actress is really good, and I really like kind of like how she's like very shy to henshin, something like that. It's almost like she's like trying to do something indecent, something like that. But is really amazing character which I grew to like in a simple 1 hour movie itself. Okay, so I think that is pretty much it from me regarding the movie itself. Definitely there are a lot of things that I did not talk about, like the android. Where does the android come from? Why the hell does the smart brain have the android? What is going on behind the scene? I feel like there's a lot more story to be told here. And I'm not sure if Toei is gonna like spend more money on Kamen Rider Faiz 20th anniversary. But then again, they actually created a new Faiz suit for the movie itself. So maybe if they really wanna like go in hard and really maximize their sales and maximize the usage of the suit, they could have like make kind of like a movie more and more. Okay, like maybe like a second movie for Faiz 20th anniversary, and then a third movie, something like that. Okay, just a thought. Maybe they're gonna do it, maybe they're not gonna do that. Who knows? Okay, who knows? But that is all from me. Hope you enjoy. If you like what you see, you know what to do. Subscribe, and before you leave, and if you make it this far into the video, means you absolutely love the content. Okay, so I have a special number for you to type in the comment section below to let me know you finished the video, and my number is 567. Why 567? Because that is a special number to me, and we got Faiz with the 555, we got Meals with the 666, but we don't have a 7. Okay, so let's go with a 567. That is all. Goodbye.